So let's now deploy a Vue.js app on a DigitalOcean Ubuntu server. So what we need first, we need a Vue.js app. So let's create a Vue.js app here. So I have to say here Vue create, and let's say the name of the app is Pulsar. So it's now going to create a Vue.js app. So let's use the default setting, and with that I'm your host Sarthak, and this is Bitfumes, and you need to subscribe here if you have not already subscribed, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get instant notification. So what exactly we are going to do? We are going to create a server on DigitalOcean. So while it's installing, let's create a account on DigitalOcean, and I'm sure if you want to start with DigitalOcean, you need to use this refer code, which is my refer code, so that you can get a $10 credit when you sign up with this link. So obviously you will get this link at the description. So I will go and paste this here, and now I'm going to sign up with this account. So let's sign up with these accounts. So sign up with Google is good, so this is good. So let's use any of my account. So after you sign up, you will land on this page for the verification, and in this verification page you just need to give the credit card details. Obviously you will get the $10 credit, but after applying this credit card, and don't worry, they will not going to charge you until you have this $10. So I'm going to fill these things and I will come back, and then we will start the process. So after applying the credit card details, you will land on this page, and now we need to create our first droplet. It's droplet, they call it. It's just a simple server. Don't get confused with the word droplet. So to show you, we have the $10 credit. If you go to the billing part, yes, you can see we have the $10. So let's create the droplet, and the droplet is simple. Let's close this thing. Okay, so the server of DigitalOcean Droplet consists of this thing. That means firstly you need to choose the operating system, Ubuntu. So why not use the latest one, so 18 point something something, and use the lowest one for pricing. And data center, it doesn't matter, but you need to use the location nearest to you. So I will use the Bangalore, and I'm not going to use the SSH key because there is some problem with my system. It's not taking that SSH key. So that's not a problem because we will get the password to log in. So I will call this droplet name as a Vue test, and this is very easy. And while it's creating this app, let's go to the Vue.js app which we have just created and open with our VS Code. And what I'm going to do here with this app is that I'm going to firstly start the server. So I'm going to say yarn serve, or you can use obviously npm run serve also. So it will going to compile everything and start the server. So let's go to here, and yes, you can see it's still working. So let's go to localhost :8080 where Vue.js app is started. So this is the app we need to create, or we need to deploy actually. So here we have, and yes, it is almost done. So let's go inside this, and yes, we can see we have droplets has created this notification. So this is the IP address, and if you go to your email account, whatever you are using, I'm using the Gmail. So here we get the IP address, then username and the password. So let's go to the terminal once more, and on the terminal, firstly you need to say SSH, then you say root at, and your IP address you can copy here or just copy from here. You just need to click here, so it will copy it. Yeah, you can see it's copying. So it is good, and hit enter. It says some kind of fingerprints, so let's say yes for now. And now it's asking for your password, which you will get from your email. So copy it and paste it. So you can see we are logged in. We just need to give a new password. So let's give a new password. Okay, so this is good, and connection to is closed. Why it is closed? Let's try once more. Paste it, and now current password, we need to give the current password. Oh, and that's why. So let's give a new password, and like this. So password is changed, and what we can do, we can just check by exit and then once more root login, and this time we will need to give the new password we have just created. So with the new password we can see we are easily logged in. So the first thing, whenever you have created your server, you need to say sudo, and then you need to say apt-get. Apt-get is the package manager for Ubuntu, and firstly you need to update that itself. So it's now going to update that package manager, and while it's updating, what we are going to use here, the GitHub. So git, I will say I have a git, so status, git status is this one. We have changed something. Okay, let's see here. It's maybe I have done something here, so no problem. So what I can say, first commit, so simple first, and now I will go to the GitHub, which is here, and let's create a new repository, and in this new repository we will say view deploy test, maybe deploy and test, and that should be on Bitfumes. Okay, so create repository, and this is going to create an empty repository. So let's grab this and connect this repository with our Vuejs app. So let's paste that here and hit enter, and once more we need to use this to get this, and everything will now get pushed to the GitHub. So yeah, it is done. So let's see if I refresh once more, let's try. Yeah, we have this, so that's okay. And what I'm going to do next, we have to go to the terminal, and because our apt-get package manager is updated, now we need to install the Nginx. So Nginx, and we have to first say apt-get, then install Nginx and hit enter, and this will ask for continue or yes. So yes, this is going to install Nginx, simple thing. But after this, because we are using Vuejs, we need the node. But because we are using Vuejs CLI 3, which is going to require the node 8 or later. But if you get and try to install node via apt-get directly, you will not get the latest version. So how you can get the latest version? For that we need something else. So first thing first, let's go to the Google, and here I will type nodejs on Ubuntu, simple thing. And first thing you will get nodesource.com, and yes, this one we need. And here we just need to scroll down and get these two commands. So let's copy this from here and go to the terminal and paste these things. So this will going to get the node 8. This is very important. We need node 8. So this is good, and we need to run it with sudo. So is it run sudo to install? Yeah, okay, so no problem. So these two things are done. So let's say node -v. Yes, it says 8.11.3. This is very important. And if I try to check the npm, so npm version, yeah, we also have the npm. So we have actually installed three things: the Nginx, node, and npm. Now what we need to go to the var, then www, then html, and here you can see we have this index.nginx debian. So what actually this is going to do, when you go to the server, so go directly to the IP address, you will get this page, and actually this page serves via this HTML page. Okay, so what we are going to do here, I will say make directory called view. So this is good, and cd into this view, go inside that directory, and here we are going to initialize the git. So let's first check if we have the git or not. Yes, because it says you don't have git. So maybe if I try to say here --version, Yes, it says git is actually installed by itself, so we don't have to install git here. So next thing is we need to pull this repository from here to our server, which is via terminal. So I will say git clone and clone and this thing. So try to access this, but fingerprint once more, it says cannot access this. Why is there? Because now we need to connect our server to the GitHub. For that, what I'm going to do, I will firstly go to the root directory, and here let's see, do we have the SSH? So I will say ll. Yeah, we have this SSH. So let's go inside .ssh, and now list out the content of this SSH. You can see we don't have any keys here, so why not create it? So ssh-keygen, and this is going to create this id_rsa, no passphrase. It is created. This means if I list out the content, yes, we have these two keys. So let's do this, and I will say cat and id_rsa.pub. remember, we need to use pub, public one. So let's copy all this from here. Now go to your GitHub, and here on the settings you need to have deployment key or deploy key. So add this, and yeah, SSH key is here, and I will call it server. And make sure there is no spaces there, because we have just copied directly. So there is no space here and no space here. That's good. Allow write access. No, not write access. So add key. So this is this key is done. And now let's try once more to have. So once more we need to say cd into var then html, and this time on the view also. So let's start the content. Here we have these things. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say git and clone and the repository. So let's go once more to copy this from here and paste it, and let's see the result. So it's now copied. Yeah, very good. So if I list out the content, yes, we have view deploy test. This is good, but I think we can have a new name. So I can just say simple view or simple app, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to use app here. So inside app we have this. So let's say once more, it's going to copy everything, and yes, this time we have to view deploy app and app. So the new one app we are going to use. So let's remove view deploy test. Yeah, okay, we need to say -r also. Yeah, it's done. So this time double L will only have app. Okay, so let's go inside the app, cd into the app, and this time we can see we have all these things which actually we have on our project of Vuejs. So how we can deal with this? Because we already have the npm, we can use it. So what we can say, npm run build. So it's now going to build, but it says some problem. It says view CLI not found. Okay, so that's not a problem. So I will say view npm install first. So it will going to install everything. While it's installing, in a new tab, I will again go to the server root at the IP address we need to say. So let's copy the IP address here. So once more, ssh root at this, and the password we have changed, and we need to log in. Yeah, it's logged in. So now we need to change the Nginx settings, because Nginx is currently directed to this page. We need to change it to our view app. So how we can change it? So the Nginx system or Nginx configuration is on cd etc, then Nginx. So why not go step by step? So etc, yeah, we have this. We have lots of things, but we also have, that has to be somewhere here, yeah, Nginx. So let's say cd into Nginx, and this time we have various things, but now we want conf.d or available, yeah, this one, sites available. So let's go to the sites available. So cd inside the sites available, and inside this, if we list out the content, we have the default one. So this is a file, so we need to use vim to open the default one. So if I open this, we have lots of things here, but you can see it's now redirected to root to var www.html. Let's first change it from HTML to view, and inside we have an app, and inside that we will going to have a dist folder when we build that. So let me show you this, because now npm is installed, so I can use npm run build, and after it build I will show you the dist folder. So this is good. And next thing is we need to change anything else. No, let's see first. So I will say press escape, then colon, and see at the left bottom. So I have pressed escape, then colon, then w and q. So w and q will say save and quit. So enter, and it's saved and quit. So let's see, yeah, it is built. So list out the content here. Now we can see we have a dist folder that actually I have pointed out. So because we have changed something on the Nginx configuration, we need to check whether Nginx is working properly or not. So we will simply say sudo nginx -t. So for testing, it says successful, everything is good. So sudo service nginx restart. I can type restart, yeah, started, and let's see whether we are getting anything or not. And congratulations, Vuejs app is here. We have successfully deployed that app. Now here we have some problem. If we try to access any other route like this and we get 404, we don't want, and obviously this is going to be a single page application, and we are not going to redirect to anywhere. We are just going to have everything on here. So what I'm going to do, I will transfer every traffic to the base URL. So here again on the Nginx configuration, as I have written vim default, and I land on this page which is for configuration. And remember here, just after this server name, you can just simply say here error underscore page, which is 404, going to be on the base URL or slash. So again, escape colon wq, hit enter, it is saved. And remember to restart the Nginx, because if you don't do that, it will not going to work. So let's restart and test it and restart it. And now if we try to access this, yes, you can see whatever you type here, it's now going to redirect to here. And obviously when you are using the view router, you can just clear out the URL also from the browser, so it's not going to be like this, and it's not looking good because this is not a correct way. So whatever is the page, that page link will go and show here, that will tackled by view router. You don't have to care about that, but we have just transferred every traffic to our main application. Now the most important part of this deployment is that suppose on your local host you have changes something. So suppose I have made changes here, so I will say welcome to, not yours, welcome to Bitfume's Vuejs app. So obviously we have changes here, and now we will going to commit, name changed, and I will say git push, everything is done here. But same thing has to be reflected on the server. That's the matter of making changes here. So because we have changed here, we have the real changed version here on our GitHub. Now what we can do, we can reflect that change here just by going to the server And as we are already on the app folder, if you are not, you need to cd into these things. Then let's just check git status. It says package.json is modified. We don't want to change anything here. So now let's say git pull. So we are going to pull everything from the git, whatever we have pushed, and you can see it says you have made changes here. So this is good, and we have pulled everything from the GitHub. So we have the new version of app here, but we need to run the npm build here. So npm run build. So this will again going to compile everything and show the changes here. So if you are going to see, it's not going to work because this time it's building the process, and now the build is complete. So if I now go and refresh the page, and you can see welcome to the Bitfumes, not yours. So Bitfumes is here. So this is the way you can simply make changes on locally, and then you will get the result on there. So if I say welcome to Bitfumes only once more, just for checking purpose, so I will say name again, just fast. So we are going to push there, we will get here. So 2 commit, 3 commit is there. So I will go to here, and once more git status, it doesn't matter. So git pull, and it's going to pull everything. And obviously if you made some changes here, that's not recommended. You don't need to change it. So it's done here. So npm run build. So it's building. So I was saying that if you are going to change here, that's not recommended. That like package.json is changed, we need to discard that change because we are getting everything fresh from the GitHub. So we can discard that change later, but that's not a problem. So let's refresh, and yes, welcome to Bitfumes. And this is the simple way to deploy a Vuejs app on the Ubuntu DigitalOcean server. If you need any help, then please message me, mail me. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have not subscribed, go and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get instant notification. We will meet in some other episodes or great videos. So till then, goodbye.